Stan Winston is one of the most prolific and influential visual effects artists of the 20th century. He did visual effects for some of the most visually impressive movies at the time, including Aliens, the Terminator films, and Jurassic Park. Winston was born in Arlington, Virginia on April 7, 1946. He studied painting and sculpture at the University of Virginia, from which he graduated in 1968. After moving to Hollywood to pursue a failed career as an actor, he began a makeup apprenticeship at Walt Disney Studios.
Stan Winston was absolutely a genius. He would sit out there and come up with some wonderful ideas. He would do papier-mâché heads of Mickey Mouse and Goofy, and do them so beautifully.
In 1972, he established his own company, Stan Winston Studios. During his early career, he worked on many projects. In 1984, he began his collaborations with James Cameron on the Terminator. He continued working on impressive films, and in 1993, Winston, Cameron, and an ex-Industrial Light and Magic employee, Scott Ross, founded Digital Domain, which is one of the foremost digital and visual effects studios in the world. Stan Winston used his love for makeup, physical effects, animatronics, and puppetry to make incredible illusions for motion pictures. Stan Winston created a full-size endoskeleton puppet for the film Terminator, instead of using miniatures and stop motion. Stan Winston also created many life-size dinosaurs for Jurassic Park. Even in a few scenes that could only be achieved with CGI, Stan Winston's original designs were referenced. Stan Winston revolutionized visual effects and changed people's perceptions of what cinema can be. Many films he has worked on continue to live on in the cultural zeitgeist. My personal favorite film of his is in the Terminator franchise. It is also one of his few directorial credits. Terminator 2 3D. Some fans refer to it as the true third film. Some people refer to it as not a real movie. My teacher refers to this choice as a bold move. I refer to it as one of my favorite theme park attractions of all time.
Terminator 2 3D. An explosive mix of live-action stunts, special effects, computer graphics, and the world's most incredible 3D filmmaking. For the first time ever, 3D effects leap from screen to screen as live actors mesh seamlessly with the filmed portion of the show.
Part Stunt Show, Part Cinematic Spectacular. T2 3D Battle Across Time is a currently defunct attraction at Universal Studios Hollywood and Orlando. Your experience begins in a pre-show room where a Cyberdyne Systems hostess named Kimberly Duncan shows guests a presentation about the mortally gray future.
Super! Well, welcome all of you to Cyberdyne Systems. You obviously already know who I am. I'm Kimberly Duncan, Cyberdyne's Director of Community Relations and Media Control.
Imagine a world where butterflies run on batteries. Cyberdyne Systems is also the leader in defense technology. By the end of the decade, Cyberdyne Systems will unveil the most powerful thinking machine ever imagined, Skynet. When the Skynet system comes online, this nation and its allies will be protected by the Ultimate Guardian, the first fully computer-controlled defense system. Commands the nation's nuclear arsenal, taking it out of human hands, and thus reducing the possibility of error to absolute zero. Cyberdyne Systems.
Are we in? Easy money. Okay, listen to me, everybody. We don't have much time. Skynet is your enemy. It must be destroyed before it destroys us. Day, but it is starting all over. Skynet must never be completed. Get out of the building. You have been warned. You have 5 minutes before we wait.
Making the future safer and friendlier for everyone.
Yeah, wasn't that just super?
You then enter a theater where the real fun begins. After showing off the T-70 Terminators, John and Sarah arrive and disrupt the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, our combat has entered the digital age. And today, it is our great pleasure to introduce to you the ultimate application of our robotic technology, the synthetic soldier! Or as we like to call them, the Terminators.
Automatic targeting systems active. Laser designators active.
Come on, boys. Show what we can do.
Lock and load. Commence firing.
I tried to warn you. Skynet means the end of everything. Don't you understand?
Don't listen to her.
We are putting a stop to Skynet right now, while we still can.
Scream about your children. Get over there and get them.
An Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonator bursts through the screen on a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. John and the Terminator enter the screen and the 3D film begins.
I'll be back. Come with me if you want to live.
Go with them. He's getting out! I'm out!
Later on, the duo returns out of the screen to defeat the film's original creation, the T-1000.
Now! 20 seconds. I'll be back. That's not a big step, baby.
When this show existed at Universal Studios, I would always watch it every time I went. Even though I never watched any Terminator film, this multimedia extravaganza always impressed me, even when the film reel started to age. The combination of the live actors, the 3D film, the sudden seat drop at the end of the show, and the stunning sound system, which includes 156 individual speakers, make this one of my most missed attractions. Unless I'm willing to pilgrimage all the way to Japan, I'll just have to reminisce on my old memories while watching the undebatably inferior Minion Mayhem attraction. In the early 90s, Universal wanted to create a one-of-a-kind stunt show. James Cameron was originally against the idea of turning the Terminator franchise into a ride. The storyboards and ride concepts were so great that not only did he allow the licensing for the ride, but also directed the ride's film. James Cameron and Stan Winston co-directed the film and brought in the talent from Digital Domain to create the project. Stan Winston created new physical effects for the show, including the 8 feet tall T-70 animatronics in the theater. The film was shot at an iron ore mine in the California desert and was shot on a 2-camera 3D 70mm camera rig weighing 450 pounds. The film alone cost $24 million, making it one of the most expensive films per minute of all time. A full-scale mock-up of the theater was built in an air hangar, where the film was tweaked to fit the live actors. Terminator 2 3D represents the culmination of Stan Winston's career and the effortless combination of physical effects, CGI, and in-theater effects. The spirit of this symbiosis lives on in Orlando. I recently got the chance to go to Florida to watch the newly opened Bourne Stuntacular. which was replacing the Terminator in Florida. The combination of live actors and physical sets in that show are jaw-dropping and built upon what T2 3D set up. As much as I miss T2 3D, the Bourne Stuntacular is a worthy successor. In conclusion, Stan Winston revolutionized visual effects, and Terminator 2 3D revolutionized the theme park industry. In all his projects, Stan Winston used his knack for physical effects and animatronics to create spectacles no one had ever seen before. This inspired the cinema industry to match his amazing effects, which leads us to today's amazingly spectacular films. Terminator 2 3D also inspired the amusement industry, which leads us to today's incredibly immersive and physical effect-filled utopias.